Good morning everybody, today is Christmas Day and today I'm going to teach you all how to do a roast beef, a roast duck and the perfect roast potatoes, roast parsnips, stuffing mix and all the trimmings. I'm going to start with the beef because that's already here, and I hope you'll find these tips and tricks useful. Okay. First, you open the packaging that the beef is in. Now I'm using a pair of scissors because our beef happens to come packaged in. So you open that into the sink. Okay, and you discharge the packaging into your rubbish bins, and then you rinse the beef. To wash away some of the blood that's on it. Like so. Then you get your pan for the beef. I'm using a lasagna pan, but any roasting type dish will do. This particular one happens to be china, and this is going in the bottom of the oven because it will be ready quicker than what the other bit will. And all I'm going to do is this. I'm purely sitting it into the pan, and I'm just going to add water to it and then cover it in foil. And it's important to let the meat juices mingle into the water, and you reserve this for making your gravy with. About 3/4 of a pint of water is going in, or half a pint even, should be enough I think, but I'm going to do 3/4 of a pint like that. And then I'm going to get foil, and I'm going to cover the whole dish with foil, as you will see. Right. Give it a good generous packing with foil, but leave the foil a bit loose. Don't let the foil be resting on the top of the meat too much, because we don't want it sticking. And we're going to turn the oven on. In this instance it's going on the highest setting it can, and this one's going in the bottom of the oven. I'm aiming to have it all cooked for about 2 o'clock this afternoon, so we have to do the meats first. The next one will be the roast duck. Now, for the duck, again, I need a pan. What I want to do for the stuffing. In this case it's going to be my old grill pan from my old oven. My oven went wrong and the landlord had to get a new oven, and then that pan will get used put the potatoes on the... So first things you do is make sure the pan's okay, because it's not been used for a while. So just give it a light scrub with a bit of... Right, so if I can find it. Right, it's good quality. So anyway, with the duck, it's going into a pan. I need garlic, and I need onions, which I have here somewhere. I know you bought some. God. Right, veggies. I need them as well. Today. Alright, onions. Right. Just out there with the cheese. Put the sausage and the bacon there. So I don't have that issue again. We'll sort that out in a minute. Right. Okay, so for the duck, again, as you can see, it comes wrapped in foil, so it's going to be unwrapped in the sink and then rinsed in water. So now the duck. So we place him into his baking tin. And we need a very sharp knife, which I have one of here. Just rinse it off a minute because I used it last night and didn't get around to washing it up yet. And with the sharp knife we do the following. We get the onions. And all we're going to do with the onions is take the skins off and peel them and cut them in half. And that's all we're going to do with them. So you chop the top half off, chop the tops off, like this. And yes, I do this every year with my duck or turkey or whatever bird I happen to be cooking for Christmas dinner. It helps to add flavour and it makes it aromatic, because I cook the stuffing separately and serve it up as stuffing balls. Okay, so there's your first thing, there's your first onion peeled. After the meat is cooked, you discard the onions. You don't eat them. You just cook them in the middle of the meat just to give it a bit of extra flavour. I don't know what he's doing about that. I haven't been told any info at all. But I've still got the bike kit details here, but we can't find the logbook. Some stuff. Pretty sure we had sent it off. And then we received the ownership thing. Let's check it with any post for us one on here. Right. Don't need that one for anything. That one can go away. Back up there. Right. Okay. Now, not sure that's going to be deep enough actually. I don't want to use the giant one. Right. And as you can see, we've chopped the onions in halves and we're just sticking them into the middle of the duck to give the duck some flavour of a different type, and you have to be careful how you do duck because ducks are very greasy animals, so you don't put any grease with it. Again, you only put water. Now, next thing I need is some garlic. Which I will do. About 3 cloves of it will be enough. It'll go up there like that. Okay. Again, the garlic, you peel it. Right, 1 piece of garlic. And you get it peeled, of course you do. Like so. And once it's all peeled, you cut it into little tiny pieces, and you make little slits in the duck, and you put the pieces into the little slits. Okay, so that's how you do the garlic. And you do this with it. You get your knife. Let me show you how to prep it. You get your knife like this, and you get your garlic, and you cut it. Into very tiny pieces. And each of these tiny pieces goes into a slit in the duck. Yes, I'm prepping it for you all. Here's a meat one. So as you can see, you cut it into little bits, like this. Oh, there's plenty to go around. Something like that. That's what I'm saying, I do on my own. Without to make sense, so I had some everywhere. Now I'm going to start slitting into the duck skin. I'm going to start sticking bits of garlic into the slits. I don't expect other people to do this, but it does help to give the duck a very nice flavouring. And it is something that I have done many years. This is probably going to be the last year I'm probably going to do this, because my arthritis is getting worse and I'm struggling to cut the veg and stuff, and this is what people don't understand. Show that one. Nice big bit there. Nice bit there. What's left of the garlic you can just put on top of the onion bits, and then you get your box of mixed herbs from the cupboard. I use dry ones, but you can use fresh. And you just sprinkle some mixed herbs over the top of the duck. This is what gives it a crispy aromatic flavour when it's cooked. Okay. And then again, about half to 3/4 of a pint of water. I don't add any oil to the meats at all because they have oil already in them, and it's not healthy to have too much fat stuff. So I try very hard not to add anything to the meat other than the herbs, the onions. And again, it will be covered in foil, which is what you should do with it. And because it's a big tin, bigger tin than what the beef went, you need 2 bits of foil because one won't fit it. And the trick is keep coming out and basting the meats every 45 minutes until they are cooked. Oh, making a salmon bin will probably have them in house. That's kind of traditional flint pan. We use our Philip's Verger. We always have dinner at his house on New Year's Day. Something he's done for a long time. He's lovely. Right, now that's the meat's all prepped and in the oven, and the oven's getting nice and hot. Let me pick this up because it's gone on the floor and I don't want it on the floor particularly. And the vengeance. Right, and the next thing to do is get some potatoes prepped up and on to boil because they need to be parboiled before they go in the roasting tin. Parsnips you don't need to parboil, just need to peel them and cut them. But the potatoes I need to boil. So that'll be the next thing I'll be doing. Now I need a big saucepan. which I put on a ring. Turn it on to get it hot. Where's my peeler gone though? Gosh, I found my peeler. That should have been here. And I had it yesterday. Where have I put my peeler? Oh, there it is. Right, now for the potatoes. Okay, which I'm going to put some big ones. Do 3 big potatoes, okay. And what we do with them is this. We peel them like this. So to do a nice roast potato, just cut them in halves like that, and we stick them in the pan of water. And then we leave them to boil for about 20 minutes, and then we strain them. And then we put them into the roasting tin with oil, ready to go in the oven. And once that's done, then we prep. Then we start cooking all the other veggies, which I will start prepping up while the potatoes are cooking. It's essential to part boil roast potatoes. It's something that we have to do. It's what gives them their beautiful fluffy inside with the crispy outside. And it's good to part boil them, but then you strain them and you leave them to go cold. Once they are cold, you then place them into the baking tin, preferably with very hot oil. So that part of the process won't happen till much later in the day. However, I'm just trying to give you guys some heads ups and hope you all find them helpful. And once I've got the potatoes done, I'm going to be taking a break from filming and I'm going to be uploading this one to YouTube. Then I will take a second load of stuff showing you how to prep all the veggies and advising you of the best ways to cook them. Right, nice big potatoes. We'll get the parsnips. I'm going to undo the packaging that they're in. I'm going to do the two biggest parsnips. And I'm keeping one back for tomorrow. So you will see with the parsnips again, we cut the tail off, okay, we cut the little tiny top off, and we do the same with the other one. This is called topping and tailing.